generously donated clear drawstring backpacks that our participants, any registered participant, can pick up at the expo. That can serve as a shopping bag, but it can also serve as a race day gear bag, which will meet any security issues because it's clear, and that can be checked at the start of the race if you want to bring dry, clean clothes. Okay, so thank you again for your support.
So yeah, we're always excited, and we partner with a company, and we spend a lot of time thinking about our designs on our shirts. And our goal is really to make this event as inclusive as we can. And last year we had it as a national meetup for Black Girls Run, which was phenomenal. So we had 250 women at the event that just added so much excitement and so much fun. So we're continuing in that vein. Like, we are trying to get as many women, maybe who have never thought about doing an event like this because they don't necessarily see themselves. Well, hopefully they see themselves in our marketing materials and see themselves participating with us and come out and join us. We all already have almost 800 women registered for the 5K. So that's kind of unheard of for a 5K. Typically, everybody waits to the last minute. But this is an annual tradition for people. We have 4 women that this will be their 46th event, which is absolutely incredible if you think about your own schedule and can you make it to the same thing every year. We've got almost 100 in the training challenge already. So we encourage people to register for that. It's $55. You sign up, you're going to get that awesome shirt. We have a tent at the event. We do a team picture. And then we have a whole bunch of fun things that we incorporate into the workouts, but there's a lot of support there that makes it super fun. We really want to make sure that anybody who wants to participate in this event can participate. Our goal is to encourage, empower, train, support, educate women in the region. And then we want to do the same for our kids. So we have the free kids runs. We also have the Capital Kids 3K. And the 3K is a timed event. There are awards for the kids. But we now have a program that goes around it. So we're looking for schools and Boy Scout troops and Girl Scout troops and after school programs who say, you know what, we want our kids getting active. Get in touch with us and we will provide you with a training program for them, a couple of free entries to make sure some kids who might not otherwise get there can get to the event, actually get to the event. We're partnering with the Capital District Y to provide extra support for the page that the new logo will be there, but I would ask for a little bit of grace because it's one person that's going to be doing all that transitioning. So you will see it. We are super excited about this change. It doesn't change really anything about the event itself, but it's a little extra elevation with a national brand. And so we are super excited. We are happy to answer any questions that you have. People with questions can always email runninginfo@freihofersrun.com. That email will stay the same for a while. So we are here to answer questions and certainly be excited about the event in the 46th year.
Well, you know, mindful that I am unlikely to ever play golf with Tiger Woods. I think one of the incredible realities of this race is that weekend warriors, families can compete with world-class athletes. Are you able to comment on the world-class runners who you would expect here or who have already committed to run in this race?
Yes, Dan, thank you so much for that lead-in because we actually already have 3 elite athletes committed. So Jessica Charles, who's a Masters runner out from the Utica area, she's coming back. Cleo Boyd, who's run with us for the past couple of years, has committed to come back again. Anne-Marie Blaney, who was just down at the trials, the Olympic trials, is coming back. You know, it's a little bit, this is an Olympic year. So we had, oh gosh, Nanette, how many people were I yelling at? That's a Freihofer run. That's a run for women runner. That's, you know, we have a lot of them. So now, depending on how people did, we've got a number of them coming back. It is amazing. I mean, there's some names like Kira D'Amato that people know that she's like, I want to come. I want to come to the race. Does it fit my schedule? So it's really neat because we have women who are saying, I want to come and they want to participate. They love this event. So our goal this year is to build our elite field even a little bit earlier so that we can educate on who's coming. Last year, we had 2 local collegiate runners. They're just out of college, Amanda Chambers and Olivia Lomascolo, who came and raced. We also always have the high school runners, and we'll have at least one high school runner who cracks the top 10, because that's the kind of talent we have in this area. And that's another piece of this event, is showcasing the talent that we have in this area and then bringing that talent in, from around the country to then foster more interest in the sport.
And so would you say the lure of this race is the reputation or prize money? We know that there is prize money for some of the elite athletes.
There is prize money, but I would tell you in conversations with them, it's the experience they have. So while not all of our runners and our participants realize that they are running on the same road as an Olympian, which again, you're right, in most professional sports, you don't get to play in the same game. You get to run behind, typically, an Olympian. Somebody who was at the U.S. National Championships, somebody who was at World Championships. So there is that opportunity to participate with them. Yes, does the prize money help? Absolutely, because there's not a lot of 5Ks. These women do not make a lot of money. They all have full-time jobs on the side. But what they all talk about is the experience that they have while they're here. They talk about how incredible it is that it's all women, how we just do a few extra little things that make it super special for them. So I think it's a combination of money is always a draw, but then it's that experience that we provide.
Does being in an Olympic year have any effect on you?
So if we think about it, truly, there's, 3 have already qualified for the Olympic marathon. What's super interesting now is women do not, it used to be everybody thought like, oh, I run the 5K and that's it. They'll run the marathon and they'll come back and run a 5K, right? So there's more of that. What we have now is we've got 3 that we know have qualified for the Olympic trials, for the Olympics from the marathon trials. Now we'll have the qualifying meet for the track. So that will be 5K on the track. It'll be a 1500. There may be some women who decide to compete. There's a pretty good sized pool of elite athletes. And so we have quite a few of the top coaches in the country. They all know this race. The agents all know this race. So they pick and choose and they say, you know what? I want exposure. Ali Ostrander came back, ran this race. It was her comeback race. She didn't want to talk about it before, because she had come back from a very severe eating disorder. And so she had actually been in outpatient treatment for it. She came back, won the event. All she talks about is getting the cookies and the flowers. That was like the hugest thing. Not that she actually won, but it was that extra stuff around the event, and that she had so much fun and she felt so welcome. So these girls all know each other. They all talk. And so it's awesome, because if I go to a big national meeting and you're talking to elite athletes, they all know the event. So it's whether or not it fits in their schedule. But we're gonna have a great field again this year. It'll be fun.
Annette, can you talk a little more about the importance of expos? Like, it might on the surface just seem like I'm going to pick up my bib, but it's not. It's more like an experience for you.
Thank you that's a great question. What we're really excited about with offering the 2-day expo, and again, not just for the local businesses, and again, it draws mainly local businesses, but for the women and the families, and it is open to the public. So we encourage, we advertise it on social media. We've already got sponsors that are signing up right now. Is that it's giving an opportunity for people that are going through the expo to just see new products, to think about. We've got nonprofits. We really stress to our nonprofits the opportunity to get the word out to the community. And I think that's really what it is. It's just bringing new information, maybe that someone wasn't aware of, to the forefront for those couple of days, and they've got that full exposure. So yeah,
Thank you.
that answers it. Thank you.
And Carol, can you talk a little more about the importance of fostering a community with training programs, especially amongst women?
Sure.
Thank you.
So the whole idea of the training challenge started out as just helping women get to the event and being prepared for the event. And it's really developed into so much more. Like I said, our mentors take such inspiration from the women that participate in the challenge because we feed off of that. We feed off of that. And it's a positive experience. There's none of this yelling and screaming or anything else like that. It's really positive. It's really encouragement. It's really been there, done that. I always joke with the ladies that if I'm telling you something to make it work, it's because I've already done it the wrong way and now I know the right way. So it's really that whole experience. We have women that have met at the training challenge and they've continued running and they've created their own little running group or their own little walking group, and they meet weekly, year round, to be able to do that. And that's the whole idea of bringing in and developing a community within the entire capital region. And it's throughout. Like I said, we have areas throughout the capital district to do that. But it's really women supporting women. And having worked in the construction industry for over 40 years, it's huge. It's huge to have women supporting women.
Thank you.
Another question?
I could ask one more.
Yeah.
This is for you. I can't remember if it's one of your sons or both of your sons. They're pretty good runners at Shed, or were pretty good runners at Shed.
Let me brag about them a little bit.
What's it, kind of to the same, like fostering a community of women, you started this event by being in the program. How was that experience as a mother trying to, get her sons to do something really exciting and really good for them and then take the time to do it for yourself?
Yeah, I think it's funny because if you ask my boys who both run in college, if they started running on their own, the older one would say, no, my mother made me. I didn't make him. He started running because he wanted to get better at soccer. And then he realized, hey, this running thing isn't half bad. I'm now coaching at Shenandoah, the cross country and then track and field. And to me, it's such an awesome group of people because no matter like how old you are in running, when you're out doing your workout, you're talking to people, right? So these kids are creating these relationships that become incredibly strong. And what I love that I've seen through my boys' relationships running in high school and then going on at the collegiate level is they still got support. Those are their best buds. They've built these incredible relationships. And one of the reasons that we really want to focus on the Capital Kids 3K is getting those kids active, getting them to have that sense of like, wow, I did this and it's not that bad and it's kind of fun and I like this experience. That's awesome. And then balancing it all as a family is very challenging. So I flew to Detroit last weekend just to watch my son run on Friday and Saturday because it was his last indoor championships. And he came in second in the 5K and fourth in the 3K. And so I'm super proud of him. But, it's tough to balance it all, right? But it can be done. And everyone says, oh, I don't have time. Well, for women, you need to cut some time, carve it out, because I truly believe that the fact that I've always run and done triathlons and that's why my boys are a little bit more active than your average kid, right? So if we as women carve a little time out for ourselves, focus on our own health and welfare, we can create stronger families and create stronger communities. And so the Run for Women is all about that whole, let's educate women, let's give them the time and the opportunity to create that space for themselves.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Very good. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Nice. Yeah, I like that. Stand by, guys. We'll just grab a picture real quick.
Representing everybody.
Yeah, yeah. No. In there, ladies. All right. Look right here at me first. Very good. Okay, now step out of the way.
Good job.
All right.
Pretty good?
Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you, everyone. Please make sure you take a sample on your way out. Don't cry.
No.
But we just want to get our sample.
Oh, we'll get to it.
Okay. You just let me know.
To balance out your very healthy bread.
Yes.